Thank you. Coming back to this section, Mr. Kim and Mr. Lee. Okay. Well, before we start this topic, I would like to ask a question. What's the best way to make a worker truly memorize the site hazards? What's your idea? Talking about this, let the worker actually experience a fall or a electric shock firsthand. Of course, we cannot push a worker fall from height, fall off from a scaffold, right? Or let the worker touch electrical live. We must, of course, the only way to build real safety instinct is to experience the scaleless danger in 100% safe environment. This morning, I did visit their booth and then experience one of the scenario was a fall from height. Yes. This is really amazing and realistic. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to our next exhibitors from Korea, Mr. Kim, Director of SafeLine M4D, and his team member, Mr. Lee. Thank you very much. So your turn to present your topic. Thank you very much.
반갑습니다. 오늘 이렇게 영광스러운 자리에 초대해 주셔서 감사하고 이렇게 말할 수 있는 기회를 만들어 주신 OSH 분들께 감사드립니다.
Welcome everyone. We would like to thank you first to the OSHC for giving us the chance to talk in this such a wonderful place. And also we would like to talk about our new equipment that is called M4D.
어떻게 영어로 설명을 할까 고민하다가 요즘 같은 AI 시대에 제가 직접 말하는 것보다 한번 AI 캐릭터를 이용해서 발표를 할 수 있도록 준비를 해봤습니다.
We was thinking about how do we present our topic more effectively. But it is rather than I just on the stage speaking by myself, it's far worse than using an AI. We are actually making a video from AI to present you our new M4D.
별로 닮진 않았지만 저라고 생각하고 한번 들어주십시오.
It doesn't look like him, but please think of AI character as him and please listen carefully.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us at the OSH Innovation Expo. I'm the AI presenter for M-Line Studio. Over the next 15 minutes, I'll introduce you to SafeLine M4D, our flagship XR safety simulator, and explain how M-Line is rebuilding industrial safety training from the ground up. Our principle is simple. We create safety through technology. Multi-senses, one box. Let's begin. First, let me tell you who we are. For 13 years, M-Line Studio has specialized in one thing: making safety training immersive through virtual and extended reality. In that time, we've grown into a top-tier VR safety content developer in Korea. But I don't want you to take that on faith. Let me prove it with 4 numbers that define our track record. 13 years of XR safety expertise. We began as a single studio in 2005, and every year since, we've refined how technology can prevent real accidents. That depth of experience means when you work with us, you're working with a team that has seen and solved almost every safety training challenge there is. More than 250 client organizations have trusted us with their safety training. Energy and power, construction, public institutions, and culture. That breadth matters. It means our content has been battle-tested across very different work environments and hazard types. Over 400 individual training contents, and here's the key point. Every single one was produced in-house, end-to-end. Planning, 3D modeling, programming, system design, all under one roof. That's why we can tailor content precisely to each site. And at the heart of it all is SafeLine, our own brand of VR safety content with over 120 titles, the largest VR safety content library in Korea, ready to deploy today. But here's the reality we hear from the field. Every safety training center we visit runs into the same four walls. First, space. Their center is too small for a full simulator. Second, cost. Updating VR content means another budget approval every single time. Third, immersion. Lectures aren't enough. Workers need to actually experience the danger. Fourth, safety and operation. The big 4D rigs feel risky to run, and they're complex to operate. M4D was built to break all four. And that brings us to our flagship, M4D, the world's smartest XR education 4D simulator. The idea is radical in its simplicity. Take more than 6 different physical sensations, the kind that normally require a whole room of equipment, and pack them into one compact box. Let me show you. So what did you just see? M4D delivers 6 distinct sensory experiences in a single unit: vibration and the feeling of falling, entrapment and collision, a chilling cold blast and a heat blast, and even the sensation of an electric shock, all synchronized with VR content driven by our own M-Line launcher. 6 senses, 1 box. That's the engineering. Let me show how each sensation maps to a real accident. 3-axis motion recreates falling and crushing with 6 degrees of freedom. The electric shock fence delivers a genuine tactile jolt. Entrapment pads simulate being caught or struck. The heat blast recreates fire, toxic gas, or a leak. A cold air circulator adds environmental realism, and layered vibration ties everything into one continuous 4D experience. Now, why do we obsess over sensory fidelity? Because the science is clear. Research published through the US National Library of Medicine and a 136-study systematic review in Springer's Virtual Reality Journal all point to one finding: presence. The trainee's sense of really being there is what makes safety training work. The correlation is strong, and it's significant. Safety education succeeds when it delivers a controlled shock, when the body, not just the mind, remembers the danger. That's why low-fidelity VR fails. Cartoonish graphics and loose sensor sync turn safety training into a funny experience. People laugh, then forget. We build SafeLine the opposite way, physically faithful, scenario by scenario, so the shock lands and the lesson sticks. And it's all engineered to fit any center. Under 3.3 square meters, smaller than a single parking space, with true 6 degrees of freedom of motion. 120 kilogram load on just 2 kilowatts of rated power. Every sensation you saw, in a footprint that fits almost any existing safety center, with none of the construction headaches. And this isn't a render or a prototype. M4D is already operating in real workplaces, training real workers across enterprise sites, training centers, and research institutes. To date, we have installed more than 29 M4D units in active service. From a single studio in 2005 to a deployed, proven product. That's the journey we want to share with you. So we've seen what M4D does. The more important question for you: why does it matter for your organization? 3 advantages that fundamentally change the economics of running a safety center. First, expandability. The same sensory engine works far beyond safety, across training, culture, education, even games and art. Second, convenience. M4D is built around Korea's first XR launcher system. And third, economic efficiency. 6+ sensory effects, the space savings, and the content in a single package. Let me show you the platform that makes operations so simple. This is the M-Line Launcher, Korea's first integrated XR launcher for safety education. It captures both content and day-to-day operation in one place. The launcher auto-runs the moment the device starts. Content is organized by accident type and industry, not by building location. It updates continuously, and every trainee's history and evaluation flows back into the system, ready to inform the next round of training. One tap, one platform. On expandability, a traditional simulator does one job. M4D's sensory platform powers safety training today, and tomorrow, the same hardware can run job skill training, public education, cultural experiences, even gamified content. You're not buying a single-purpose machine. You're buying a platform that grows with your needs. And on economics, let this number sink in. 3.3 square meters. A complete 6 cents 4D simulator in less space than a parking spot. It arrives as a finished product, so you install it and start training the same week. Hardware is only half of the story. A simulator is only as good as the content that runs on it, and content is where M-Line began. So let me turn to our software, SafeLine, and a portable package that takes this training anywhere your people work. Here's what truly sets our content apart. Most VR safety training today is passive. You simply watch, like wearing 3D glasses at a cinema. That uses a fraction of VR's potential. SafeLine is active VR. The trainee directly operates tools, makes decisions, and handles equipment with their own hands. And the difference shows. Across every learning factor, immersion, self-direction, decision-making, two-way feedback, and field retention, interactive VR significantly outperforms watch-only VR, backed by academic research. With SafeLine, trainees don't just see the danger, they live it safely. And we deliver this active VR training in a form that travels, SafeLine Portable. It's an all-in-one carrier package that handles the entire training journey, learning, operation, and management in a single case. Whether it's a classroom or a live work site, you wheel it in, open it up, and start hands-on safety training. No fixed installation required. Here's the technology that makes that possible. Everything runs over a built-in Wi-Fi 6 network, works even with no internet connection. From a single case, you can monitor up to 100 trainees in real time. The carrier itself is just 30 kilograms, with a built-in battery for untethered operation. A simple CMS and LMS system gives you one-touch central control, and multilingual support switches between 5 languages instantly. So far, you've
Thank-
seen our hardware
Because
and our
of the
content.
shortage of time,
There's
please
a
cut the
third layer
video
that ties
from
it all
now.
together.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the video presentation. There, the virtual reality, I saw from the video that there should be two types of the set, right? Two types of set, right? Without further ado, may I have Q&A section first? Because of limited of time. One thing is very interesting. Regarding your slides, there are scientific statistical study to study the effectiveness and efficiency of the training kits, right? Okay, let me have a look about the questions. Oh, I see. We all, Mr. Lee, Mr. Kim, we all know that after-sales survey is very important for this kind of equipment, okay? Technical support. Okay, you also need to update the software for some time if necessary, right? Okay. So on behalf of our Hong Kong user here today, give the SafeLine M4D these maintenance or updates will local technical support in Hong Kong and maintenance be available. Otherwise, the operating costs and maintenance costs will be higher.
메인터넌스 같은 경우에는 한국이라면은 직접 저희가 유지 보수를 하고 하겠지만 홍콩까지 매번 출장을 올 수는 없기 때문에 저희가 일본으로도 이런 제품들을 판매하고 있는데 일본 현지에 협력사를 구해서 일본 현지 업체가 메인터넌스를 하고 있습니다. 그것처럼 홍콩에서도 유지 보수를 해줄 수 있는 파트너를 찾아서 유지 보수를 하도록 하겠습니다.
What we are doing is actually similar in Japan. We have sold M4D and other simulators to Japan. We cannot travel to Hong Kong all the way every single time, so we found a partner company that can manage to maintenance and the other trouble handling. So we have found partnership companies in Japan, and similar to Japan, we will find a partnership company in Hong Kong so that they can will be try to manage that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would like to ask one more question because it relates what I mentioned before about your statistical study for the efficiency of the training kits. This question is more in details for the companies already using this system. I think in Korea. Okay. What is the actual user feedback? Specifically in terms of realisms, safety awareness, and the overall satisfaction. So, do you have any real and solid feedback from the user to share with us, please?
유저한테서 실제로 들은 솔리드한 피드백이라든가 이제 소감이라든가 아니면 뭐 그런 것들이 있는지 효용성이라든가.
체험해보신 분들 만족도들은 굉장히 높으셨었는데 가장 큰 단점으로 꼽아주신 부분이 한 명밖에 체험이 불가하다라는 부분이었었습니다. 그리고 다양한 콘텐츠를 하고 싶은데 산업 전 방향으로 다양한 콘텐츠를 하고 싶은데 콘텐츠를 매번 제작하거나 연동하기 힘들기 때문에 콘텐츠의 다양성을 확보해달라는 이 부분에서는 저희가 가지고 있는 콘텐츠와 그리고 타사의 콘텐츠들을 같이 연동을 하는 걸 통해서 콘텐츠를 늘려가는 방향으로 잡고 있습니다.
They're high. The people who have experienced M4D is actually very happy about the consequences and all the contents level. But the problem is it is very hard for multiple people to use it. So, and also there is a feedback that the content itself is very small and shortage. So in that case, we are also developing with other companies joining together, and we are also publishing other contents from other companies too, so that we can find more, we can have more contents pool for the M4D.
Okay, thank you very much. In conclusion, as we always say in Cantonese, 識驚才做好安全 means once you know the fear, you naturally practice safety. So if you want to experience those kids, highly recommend you make sure to visit their booth and try it out firsthand. Thank you again for the video presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the
고맙습니다.
listening.